Welcome back to the WHHI-TV Daily News. Joining me now is Coach Godsun, and he is, of course, the president of WIN Academy for Success. Yeah. It's very nice to meet you.
Oh, great to be back and a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So let's start kind of with some updates. What's the latest?
You know, it's been a lot going on in youth sports. This is the season. You got spring sports at the school, but you got a lot of travel stuff as well.
Right.
I get excited about it because the more engagement we get with the community, even with youth sports, the stronger the educational bonds actually. They want to see us at the events, right?
Okay.
And there's some accountability there. There is some sharing there. And the more adults that are involved, the more kids have role models to look up to. So I get excited about that.
I love that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And so obviously you mentioned the sports because that's a big part of this. And so let's talk about it because you are getting ramped up now. This is kind of the time when you are going to be doing the basketball academy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the busy season. This is the travel season. So March Madness was amazing. We actually have 4 boys teams, 10, 12, 14, 16-year-olds, and all of them won championships already in our first 45 days.
How fantastic is that?
It is exciting. I don't think that was done in the Lowcountry in a long time.
Right.
So we won a championship out in Savannah, we won a championship out in Charleston, and it gets exciting, and we're attracting more and more girls into the sport as well. So WIN Basketball Academy is like the premier go-to for skill development. We have our summer basketball camp coming up soon. That's going to be June 5th through the 9th over at John Paul II School.
Okay.
So another central location for Beaufort and Jasper counties,
for sure.
Which we love to do, get as much access to the youth as possible. So we're excited about this stuff. A lot of good things happening.
Yeah, and so if somebody's really interested in getting involved in that camp, how do they do that?
Please, our website, winacademyforsuccess.com. Email CoachTeacherMentor@gmail.com. We'd love to talk to you, let you know what we got going on.
Okay. Well, so let's transition a little bit to about what some of the things that you're involved in with the community and why that's important to you and some of the things that you are seeing happening in the community with youth empowerment.
You know, great question. I think that for me is my life's purpose, but also when I look at the community and all that we can do, the Hilton Head Rotary, I'll be the Youth Services Director starting in June to help all the coalitions that's made possible, all the partnerships with the schools, you name it. The Hilton Head Rotary has a foundation that funds college scholarships, right? Very important stuff. There's also a State of Our Boys coalition with the United Way and the Community Foundation of the Lowcountry helped to put this together. We have organizations and individuals and activists and advocacy from all over the county, even Jasper County, to see what can we do to continue to help our boys in particular.
Yeah.
Not just, enable them to get past their struggles, but excel in the areas in which they desire to be in.
Yeah. Well, I think it's important that you mentioned for boys in particular because I think there's a lot of conversations that happen around young women. And it's okay for them to be struggling. It's okay for them to be emotional because we're women. But we don't really address that with the boys. So I think that's a really important piece there. And also, let's talk just a little bit too about the scholarships. And you mentioned the educational piece. When they're involved in these kinds of things in the community, in your basketball academy, do they then start to get excited about, I could really see myself going to college. I can really see this happening for me.
Absolutely. To conceive, believe, achieve, right?
Yeah.
They want to see it. And I've had a conversation recently with L.J. Bush, for example, and he's putting together a literacy and entrepreneurial workshop and program for teens. They need to see someone from their community, looks like them, walks and talks like them, because in schools, most of the teachers are women. And most of the coaches are men. So now you can kind of put it all together and boys can understand that they will go through the trials and tribulations, but they'll be successful.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for being here today. Fascinating talking with you, and you're doing so many great things in the community. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for having us.
Yeah. Thanks to everyone on their show today for their insights and contributions. As always, our production team is behind the scenes to make all of this possible. And of course, we are honored that you have chosen to share a part of your day with us. I'm Betsy McDaniel, and we'll see you for the next WHHI-TV Daily News.